into lemonade. We all of us here have stories. We all of us here have lemons. We have histories. You know, if we can start from this corner to the other end, people will say things. But today, I want you to have in yourself that it is very, very much important to take your lemons and turn them into lemonade. So basically, that is why we came to Dr. Dee Foundation, because all these programs that you see, all of them, they speak to my personal story and all the things that I've been through in my life. And I've got a quote that I've seen somewhere to say that we need to be here on earth, and by the time we depart, make sure that we do not leave this earth the way we found it. So Dr. Dee is on that mission of making sure Uguti, when I depart, and whoever that is going to be working together with me under this foundation, when we depart, we do not leave this earth the same way that we found it. So one of the programs that we have under the Dr. Dee Foundation, it's the one that promotes medical and oral health among our communities. Like I said, from being a young graduate, I've always been drawn to the communities. I've worked a lot with different communities around the Vaal region. I've hosted a lot of programs that works with communities. So this particular program, it actually works more with going into the community, identifying health problems that are affecting that particular community, and coming up with programs that will help alleviate those programs. And one of the programs that is under this particular item of the foundation is called Smiles on the Wheels. So like I said, with the foundation, it's more of the things that I've been through, but in my heart, I'm saying, not under my watch will somebody go through under the same thing that I've been through. As a child, I grew up with a problem with my teeth. So that's one of the things that led me to the profession, because of being raised by my grandmother. She used to feed me the bottle, with milk. And obviously, as an elder, she didn't know what to do with my teeth. And I ended up having those brown teeth, and for the longest time, I didn't have teeth because I had to lose my teeth at a very early age. So those are the things that I've been through. I've been obviously ridiculed as a small child because I only started having teeth around the age of 7, 8. So I think from 3 years going up, I didn't have teeth. So it's one program that is very close to my heart, to go out, to educate people, to say this is how you need to take care of your children's teeth. These are the signs when you see what to see when maybe a baby is developing some dental caries in their mouth. So it's called the Smile on Wheels program. That's one of the programs. The second one, it's the program that will be dealing with skills development and training. Another program that is very much close to my heart. As a young professional, back in the days, I went into private practice and I had to be an employer. I had to have people under my payroll, and a lot of people that would come looking for jobs, submitting their CVs, it will be people that do have the qualification in terms of this is what I've learned from the university or wherever. But when it comes to the skills, in terms of them doing the job or them being able to, execute what they qualified from the university, it was a struggle. As an employer, it used to frustrate me a lot. And I think the solution to me, since I'm in the dental space, that's when I decided to come up with the dental assistant internship program, because I wanted these people to, at least over and above the qualification that they have, to at least have a period of time where they will sit under a mentor in the form of a dentist who will teach them and show them the know-how. Because some people, obviously, when you're in business, you can't just have a young person coming to a practicing for free. But I had to come up with a way of approaching the health and welfare sector to give us a funding that is going to fund these kids for a period of 12 months. and they further extended it at some point to 24 months on a stipend basis as they improve their skills within the fraternity. So the program included interpersonal and soft skills, which was a very big gap that I've realized as an employer. And we placed these qualified dental assistants in different private practices around the country. We had others from KZN, Limpopo, everywhere. And it was a great successful program. And I was very much proud of myself because it was one of the programs that I actually came up with. And now if you can go into the HWCTA website, under the skills and development programs that they are offering, dental assistant internship is one of those programs, because I motivated and did a lot of presentations for them to end up identifying and making sure that they do offer our graduates that program. So briefly, it's just a program where an assistant will go into a private practice for a period of time under a mentor, which is a dentist, and they're teaching them the technical skills, the clinical skills. And from my side, as the program under Dr. Dee, we will teach them other soft skills, interpersonal skills, as well as business skills, hoping that in whatever field that they are, they need to make sure that they are business-minded. So skills and development training is one of the programs that are under the Dr. Dee Foundation. So this is one of the projects that was a success. We still believe and trust God for many more, because there's a lot of gaps that I am identifying. Currently, I'm with the University of KZN as a clinical supervisor. There's a lot of gaps. If I can mention one, we are having a serious problem of students who are coming from rural areas. You find that this student is intelligent, obviously, they're qualified to be where they are today, but because of the background, because of maybe where they come from, like they just tend to have very serious problems with trusting themselves. A lot of low self-esteem cases, low self-confidence, students unable to break through, especially when they're supposed to work with patients. You find that a person, it takes a long time compared to the ones that are from the city to actually come into the program and be at the same level. So those are some of the things that I'm identifying as I'm within the university, and we need to come up with something that will groom them, from matric, from where they're coming from, to put them at the same level with the others that are coming from affluent provinces and cities and families. So the third program that we have under the Dr. Dee Foundation is the one that speaks to sports, recreation and fitness. As a person that loves fitness, as a person that loves sports, and I thank God that I don't know, maybe it's the genes or what, but both my kids are very much good at sports and are doing very well. As we speak now, my son is in Pietermaritzburg, on a tour for hockey. So he's doing very well in that space. So this is a hockey season. He was also playing with one of the high schools in Durban. He's still in grade 7, by the way, but he also did very well in that space. So I think we have the sports and recreation fitness genes within us. And under the Dr. Dee Foundation, we would like also to introduce that to the communities that we'll be working with, the people that we'll be working with, so that we learn these things. It's important to work your body out. It's important to exercise. And by exercising, we don't necessarily mean that you need to break a sweat, go to the gym, break your bank account and pay for being active. But have it in your mind, with at least once or twice, 3 times a week, I need to walk. Simple walking, 30 minutes, let it just be part of your schedule. So that's one of the things that we are encouraging and preaching under this program, fitness, wellness under Dr Dee Foundation. And the last program that we have under the foundation, it's the one of women empowerment, the very same one that we are sitting under today. This is a very special program that is close to my heart. As the MC has alluded, we go through a lot as women, and fortunately or unfortunately, that is how God created us, to be nurturers, to love other people, to care for other people. But sometimes it becomes difficult for us to extend the very same care, the very same love to ourselves. So through these women empowerment programs, in collaboration with other organizations such as the church that we are in today, we aim to reach out into communities and make sure that we empower women, make sure that we teach women, make sure that we help women, because we've realized that there's a lot of women who really need help, but they're just in their corners somewhere, in silos. Some of them, maybe they just don't know how to come out to say, I'm struggling, I need help. But through this women empowerment program, we are aiming to reach out to those kind of women. And some of the things that we will be working on under this program, we will be looking at topics that will empower women holistically, looking at family, looking at parenting, looking at business, careers, spirituality, finances, and mostly healing. Because as a woman, you need to be a well-rounded woman. Zamatembu mentioned Uti, you need to be a grounded woman, not an arrogant woman, but a grounded woman, a woman who knows themselves, and a woman who is grounded and who is not necessarily set in their ways, because when I say set in your ways, it means now you are not flexible, but somebody that knows who they are and assertive in a way. So with these empowerment programs, we are aiming to help women, those who are able to come out for us to help. And we also have the self-love course that I'm not going to go much into details about it, because we have our sister, Mrs. Pam, who's going to explain more about the self-love course, as well as the women of impact. That is also a part of the women empowerment program that we have. So I mentioned Uti, one of the topics that we will be dealing with under this women empowerment programs is the topic of healing. Because we have realized, Uti, one of the stumbling blocks, one of the things that prevents women to break through, in each and every aspect of their life, is the issue of pain, the issue of harboring pain for a long period of time in your heart. Being a person that has been through the very same thing that I'm talking about, which is pain.